Aloha, everybody. My name is Mark, and I am the Casual Exile. Hey, today we're looking at the Monk. The Monk brings fast, fluid melee combat using fists or staves. He's all about speed and chaining attacks together. His strengths are insane mobility and very satisfying fast combat. On the flip side, he's squishier than the warrior and takes more practice to master. If you enjoy martial arts style gameplay and zooming around the screen, the Monk is a blast. So with that, let's start the first couple of areas and show you a little bit of the Monk gameplay.
Recapture the pagan! Don't let him escape!
By the Dreamer's will, I have another chance.
By the first ones, you're alive! I'm glad to see another living soul.
I live, but you are bleeding out. What happened here?
The miller, Now, I would appreciate it if you could...
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a warped quarterstaff, a wrapped quarterstaff to start out with. This is a
I will see about this miller.
This is a melee weapon, so we're going to have to get up close and personal. You can see it's got a slightly higher critical hit chance, so it's a 10% chance. And we have a direct quarterstaff strike. So it's got a nice long range, so you don't have to, get too close to them. But I will use the bob and weave, right? So in and out. Kind of get in, strike, and get out, rather than staying in the middle. You can also strike multiple enemies with the staff. So if they happen to both be in range, you can see that I took out 2 of them there. However, for ranged enemies, this can really be a challenge, right? Because you have to get inside of their melee range, and you're not as tanky as that warrior. So what you just saw me use was I dodge rolled into them using that space bar to get up close and personal and immediately struck. So let's see what our first skill gem is, and it's called...
But at what cost?
Falling Thunder. Looks like a slam attack. You can see it's converts some of the physical damage that happens with your staff over to lightning damage, and does a lovely cone. So I think what'll happen is that we'll slam the ground in front of you with the right mouse click. And then follow it up with your regular quarterstaff strike. Let's find somebody to test this out on, eh?
Shock!
Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, getting a melee range there.
Training continues.
All right, well, let's take a look at the passive tree, shall we? So the passive tree, you're going to start out in about the 2 o'clock position. So you're going to be starting out between the witch and the sorceress, who are at the 12 o'clock, and then the hunter, or the huntress, and the ranger, who are in pure evasion. So this is a mix of evasion and energy shield. Energy shield, if you have watched some of my other videos, think of that as Sue Storm from the Fantastic Four, right? She's got that protective bubble in front of her, and that protects you before your life starts to be decremented. And then, of course, evasion is exactly what it sounds like, your chance to avoid a hit in the first place. So your agility is your agility and your intelligence, your dexterity and your intelligence, rather, are going to be your primary statistics. And then you're going to want to get evasion and energy shield on your armor. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some skill speed. Skill speed makes my hits quicker. So that means I can strike faster. And that is translates into more damage per second. More damage equals gooder. All right. A 4% might not seem like much, but it actually does make a pretty significant difference.
The miller has seen better days.
So we're going to have to make sure that we're dodging him a lot. We are squishy. All right, I didn't dodge that one, did I? Woo, yeah.
Skill always beats raw strength.
All right, and what do we get today? We got a nice ring and a nice great helm. We'll put both of those on. That's a nice ring, gives us some extra mana. So your different kinds of rings will give you different base implicit statistics. So if you have a lazuli ring, which is this blue gem, it gives you implicitly, always, it'll give you mana. And then since this is the magic ring, we have additional mana, which is great. We rolled additional mana on it, and life regen. Great ring.
Well done.
Let's get our first reward from Renly.
How have the Ezamites fallen this far?
Renly's then. Well, I've Smith. There's a beast. Now, if you could chat back to the cairns.
The discipline of the forge has taught him strength.
Welcome to this old. I fear this. Bye.
All right, and before we move
sense
on,
within her a kindred dreamer.
let's check and see what skills we can get here. So we have a couple. So we've got Killing Palm, which is a melee screen, melee, which is a melee skill. It's a physical strike. It uses your quarterstaff, but it dashes to the enemy and strikes them. And if their health is low enough, it will instantly kill them. That's what culling is. It'll kill a normal enemy if their health is at 35% or below. And you can see it affects others too. So it's a really good skill. Then you have Glacial Cascade. So this is a little bit of ice damage. And then Frozen Locust. That's pretty good. So it can be damaged by by enemies or by you, and then if the crystal is destroyed, it causes an icy explosion. You know what? Let's give this one a shot. That sounds fun. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that in my queue slot. So the idea will be to rush in, drop a frozen locust, which instantly puts me backward. Then I'll hit falling thunder. And then if anybody's left, I will hit them with the quarterstaff strike. All right, let's try it out.
Frost!
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Agent Kate.
That's a pretty good combo.
You there! Over here!
That man may not survive without my help.
And it, you know, is your enemies nice and frozen. Yeah. It doesn't blow them right up.
Name's I'm far
Yeah.
from. What is your route now? Perhaps.
I take it
that's
you-
about. Speaking of, let's investigate that remnant.
I think that you're going to have to group your enemies up, though, in order for it to be really, really effective.
Ah, but look here. Oh, shite! That's it! Teach him a thing or two. See? I told you, like a fine team. That now, some
Mysteries.
help me seek out. Good on you.
Yeah, so I think that ranged enemies are going to be a little bit of a challenge here, unless you can get up to them really fast. I think that's going to be the main challenge with the monk, at least for me.
Lightning!
Yeah, that's stuff right there. You see what I did there? I leapt backwards directly into her circle of death. That was probably not the smart thing to do. All right. So the plan of attack is going to be use that frozen locust, falling thunder, and quarterstaff strike. Hopefully we can freeze her. Well, she doesn't react very good to freezing, so... What?
Victory is but another milestone on the
Down
enemy's
she
path.
goes. Let's take our second passive skill tree. Again, we're here at the 2 o'clock. We're going to move right up to more skill speed. And later on, you see that it branches here. You've got some attack damage, or you can go up to critical damage bonus. right? So really it depends upon which direction, you know, at first I'd go attack damage. And then later on, perhaps you come back if you need more critical damage bonus and grab it then. So with that, there's your intro to the monk, everybody. We went through the riverbank and we went through Clearfell. And I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment if you plan on playing the monk in 0.5 Runes of Aldur. And click that subscribe button if you wouldn't mind. Hey, have a great day, everybody, and stay casual.